Blair Witch thing out here.
Blair Witch.
A close up of my nostrils, right?
Is that cheese?
No, there's lots of cheese in here.
Hey, Mom.
I need to be there at 1:30.
It's over. Give me my credit card. It's over.
Goodbye.
What's that room? The blue room? You have to go in and like you just talk about your gripes and scenery. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see him? No.
What?
Who's that song by?
No. So many different people do it. I don't know who originally did it, but
I want to know what's on there.
it's the same song in different versions.
Filming it, everybody.
The very thought of you makes my heart sing like an April breeze on the wings of spring, and you appear in all your splendor, my one and only love. Shadows fall and spread
with that product in.
mystic charms in the hush of night while you're in my arms. I feel your lips so warm and tender, my one and only love. The touch of your hand is like heaven, a heaven that I've never known. The blush on your cheek whenever I speak tells me that you are my own. Fill my eager heart with such desire. Every kiss you give.
Okay, get a good hold.
I'd like to welcome all of you, family and friends, to this happiest of occasions, the marriage of Lloyd and Suzanne. Please be seated. My name is Dan Olson, and I have known Lloyd and Suzanne as a couple for more than 3 years. And I've been friends with Lloyd for just about 12 years now. Lloyd and Suzanne asked me to officiate their wedding as a friend because they wanted this ceremony to be governed by a sense of camaraderie, friendship, and love, not by rules and dictation. Lloyd and Suzanne put a lot of thought and effort into this wedding, and the ceremony especially. They embrace tradition, but are not beholden to it. They have a best woman and a man of honor, for example. They embrace beauty, as is plain to see in this gorgeous vineyard setting. I wouldn't call it perfection, because perfection in some cases can be considered a flaw. With Lloyd and Suzanne, their efforts have more to do with caring and a genuine sense that life offers the most rewards to those who make the effort. I know that Lloyd and Suzanne carry this same care and generosity into their own relationship. Their love for each other is a love of respect and awe. I saw it early on in Lloyd when I discovered him hanging a few of Suzanne's photographs on the walls of his house. He said to me, it's part of a rotating Suzanne collection. And I know the same is true for Suzanne, who once drove with Lloyd on a business trip to Phoenix in a car for days to help him present a business proposal to a group of businessmen. It's clear that Lloyd and Suzanne are driven, passionate. Both work long hours at day jobs to support their real passions. Lloyd with his startup company called Lynx, and Suzanne at her photography. We've all had our hobbies and our passions, and they're often fleeting. But Lloyd and Suzanne are filled with the kind of drive that but a few are blessed with. And it's this drive that will help them to succeed in love and in marriage. Because Lloyd and Suzanne encourage each other to find happiness in their lives. Now, Lloyd and Suzanne, you asked that I impart on this ceremony a sense of transcendence and spirituality. And so I offer a few choice observations on your marriage from 3 unique spiritual traditions. I know that both of you are fierce individualists, which the act of marriage, of course, does not dissipate. In fact, marriage is an act that solidifies the space between you, which is a space called love. Father Henry Nouwen said it like this: God calls man and woman into a different relationship, It is a relationship that looks like two hands that fold in an act of prayer. The fingertips touch, but the hands create a space, like a little tent. Such a space is the space created by love, not by fear. Marriage is creating a new, open space where God's love can be revealed to the stranger, the child, the friend, the visitor. This space, however, does not preclude the fact that you will constantly learn from each other and become a better person and ultimately a better couple for it. I'd like to share with you a Buddhist proverb that illustrates the strength of learning from each other. Take a lump of clay, wet it, pat it, make a statue of you and a statue of me. Then shatter them, clatter them, add some water, and break them and mold them into a statue of you, a statue of me. Then in mine, there are bits of you and there are bits of me. Nothing ever shall keep us apart. Together you will be joined in marriage today, and together you will be able to handle all of the same challenges you've faced as individuals, with a new safety net supporting you called love and laughter. Rabbi Harold Kushner said something wonderful about the power of relationship. He wrote, "All the things in our lives, all the complicated structures we spend so much time and energy creating are built on sand. Only our relationships to other people endure. Sooner or later, the wave will come along and knock down what we have worked so hard to build up. When that happens, only the person who has somebody's hand hold will be able to laugh." Lloyd and Suzanne, yes, you are individuals and you will maintain your individuality throughout your life. It is that space that keeps you strong, creative, and passionate. And slowly, like the pieces of clay, you will be augmented by the strengths of the other, making you stronger, more creative, and more passionate. This is the strength of your relationship and your love for each other. Your friends and family are here today to celebrate your love for each other and to celebrate your life together. This marriage ceremony is an act of acknowledgement of your blessing. You will always have somebody's hand to hold, and you will always be able to laugh. Now we have the man of honor, Suzanne's brother Joseph, and the best woman, Lloyd's sister Juliet, will read some quotes from The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. I'll start you off. "Then Almitra spoke again and said, 'And what of marriage, Master?'
And he answered, saying, 'You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore.
You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days.
Aye, you shall be together, even in the silent memory of God.
But let there be spaces in your togetherness.
And let the winds of the heavens dance between you.
Love one another, but make not a bond of love.
Let it rather be moving sea between the shores of your souls.
Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup.
Give one another your bread, but not eat from the same loaf.
Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone.
Even as the strings of a lute are alone through they quiver with the same music.
Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts.
And stand together, yet not too near together. For the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow.
Thank you. Lloyd and Suzanne have written letters to each other to mark this most important day of their relationship. And they'd like to read them to each other now. Suzanne?
Dear Lloyd, The one thing I remember most about our first date, besides the invitation to go to your place to sit by the fire, drink red wine, and watch the moon, was that the day after, you came to me with a gift. It was a tape recording you made of the music we had listened to the previous night. That was one of the most thoughtful gifts I'd ever received. After a short while, you then gave me a very thick copy of your favorite quotes that you had compiled over the years. I read that book from cover to cover and really got some insight into you. From that book and from our first date, I learned, among other things, that you were a passionate and thoughtful person, that you had a sense of adventure, and that we probably shared many of the same values and thoughts about life. I was very intrigued and excited to learn more about you. I soon learned that you had a great passion for skiing. So great that you made it pretty clear that any woman you were going to date seriously would have to be able to ski as well as you, or at least keep up with you. That was my first and only test, I think. The pressure was on, and boy was I nervous the first time we went skiing. I guess I passed the test. Although I won't be the ski racer you're trying to turn me into. With your help, I've become a better skier. I also learned that you're extremely dedicated and passionate about your work. It is so refreshing and exciting to hear you talk about it. You've taken great risks and are determined even when things get tough. You don't give up without a fight. The goals that you set for yourself and that you have achieved are impressive to me. You inspire me to reach my own goals. You don't just talk about doing things, you actually do them, and I admire that. From the marathon you ran, to the motorcycle rides across the United States, to the bicycle tours around the US and Europe, and to your backpacking trips in the wilderness that you so love. I am looking forward to experiencing more adventures with you and your open mind. I'm so happy that I'll be sharing my life with someone who is fair, willing to try anything, affectionate, and someone that I love, respect, and can depend on come rain or come shine.
Thank you.
Lloyd?
I don't know if I'll be able to hold up as well as she did. To my wife on our wedding day. How quickly the time goes by and becomes like a linked chain of moments. Somewhere along the way, we started to build a chain together, and I realized that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. Excuse me. This might take me a little bit. I'm gonna take my time. But I don't know which link it was or what the moment was like. If it was a laughter link, a forgiveness link, or a sunny Sunday morning link. I haven't even got to the good part yet. Somewhere we got on a path together to help each other realize our dreams and to dream together about the future. We began creating more moments, more links, and I started to love you more every day. Your frequent positive comments give me the encouragement when I need it and sometimes bring a chill to my spine. Simple comments like, I love you, before I drift off to sleep, or when you remind me to think positive thoughts, or when you give me a kiss on the way to work in the morning and tell me, remember, honey, money flows to you in abundance. How was I to know you wanted that money for our wedding? Our love is never the same because it's always becoming. It's like I have a movie in my mind of dreams about what I'm going to do and what I'm going to be like, and you've helped me step out of that movie and into the world faster than I ever knew could happen. At the moment of stepping out of the movie and into the world is where love is. Love is a dream coming true, and our love is always coming true, like the dream of being here today. You make my dreams come true in very real ways. I wasn't like this in practice. In February 1986, I first saw a picture of the Marquesas Islands in an old National Geographic. I know very well that it's been 13 and a half years that I've wanted to go there. It's a group of islands that have always attracted dreamers, artists, and adventurers. Paul Gauguin painted there. Herman Melville lived with the natives there. From one of its coves, Robert Louis Stevenson was inspired to write Treasure Island. Jack London has also sailed there. Going there has always been an unrealized dream for me. It's always been too far, too expensive, and required too much time. The everyday life seemed to always be nagging for attention. Nothing has changed about what it takes to get there. What has changed is that you're a part of my life and remind me of what's really important, that life is brief and how much we follow our dreams is what counts. You're getting us to step out of that movie together. We leave for the Marquesas on Tuesday. Last year I came to you to talk about my adventurous professional career and my dream about being an entrepreneur. Things were not going well. I had massive student loans, heavy credit card debt, car payments, and just a dream of a first client. I thoughtfully asked if perhaps it was time. Perhaps I should actually get a job. And you said, no, not yet. And I knew right then that you really believed. It was another link in our chain, another step out of the movie. And I knew then that we both wanted to make our life and our love an adventure, and that we are going to get it. Finally, I wanted to tell you something new about myself right here in front of our friends and families. Because, well, it's pretty much too late to change your mind now. Suzanne, I'm not always going to be as handsome as I am today. I may always be a great skier, but I'm not always going to be as handsome as I am today. But I am always going to think you're the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Just like you love how one strand of your hair can turn gray at a time, with every day and every strand, I see you becoming more beautiful. Someday we'll be getting on in years. Your hair will be gray, and I won't have any. We'll be going to other people's weddings, sitting in the audience, holding hands, and I'm still going to love you more every day. You'll always be my Cuban princess. With all my love, Lloyd.
Now, Suzanne and Lloyd will exchange vows and wedding rings. Juliet, please present Lloyd with Suzanne's ring. This ring that she's presenting him with was originally purchased for Suzanne's grandmother by Suzanne's grandfather on the birth of Suzanne's mother. It was worn by her grandmother until she passed away, and now Suzanne will wear it. Lloyd, please repeat after me. I, Lloyd, take Suzanne to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I, Lloyd, take Suzanne to be my lawfully wedded wife.
To be dedicated to this marriage.
To be dedicated to this marriage.
With honesty, an open heart, and an open mind.
With honesty, an open heart, and an open mind.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part. Suzanne, with this ring, I thee wed.
Joseph, please present Lloyd's wedding ring to Suzanne. Suzanne, please repeat after me. I, Suzanne, take Lloyd to be my lawfully wedded husband.
I, Suzanne, take Lloyd to be my lawfully wedded husband.
To be dedicated to this marriage.
To be dedicated to this marriage.
With honesty, an open heart, and an open mind.
With honesty, an open heart, and an open mind.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part. Lloyd, with this ring, I thee wed.
By the powers vested in me, by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Suzanne, you may now kiss the groom. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newly married happy couple, Suzanne and Lloyd. We did it.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's on me, trust me. You'll be on me.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
How many times have you done it?
First.
Hi. Oh, Lloyd. Congratulations.
When Suzanne and I didn't, you actually saved it to my C drive last night. And you just,
I have
Is this something you just thought of last night?
what?
I had the other ones, the little potato things. Those were great. You hang on a second. Interesting.
What are those? Is that a symbol?
When I was buying the rings, that a lot of guys don't wear their rings forever. They change it.
You were you.
Well, that's good. That's what you're talking
I
about.
didn't do this when I was rehearsing.
Right, no, that's not in the script. Sprinkler.
What a softy. I keep looking at the lake, man. It's like more water.
Amigo pide otra copa, caramba, que este cantor te convida. Y aunque a ustedes no le importa, voy a hacerle la historia de mi vida. Amé mucho una mujer de mi alma la más querida. Me traicionó la perdida, caramba, qué ingrato y mal proceder. Ella me hizo beber, ella me hizo un perdido. A la droga me tiré, amigo mío, y a la cárcel fui llevado. Los amigos me olvidaron.